Now, a couple of weeks ago at the Labour Party conference, Shadow Chancellor Rachel Reeves made a surprise announcement. If Labour came to power, she said, from the conference platform in Brighton, the party would scrap business rates. Now, this announcement was largely ignored by the media, as the Westminster press pack typically focused on the resignation of a Labour frontbencher very few people had previously heard of. But On the Money homed in on Reeves' conference statement, calling it important and highly significant. This puts pressure on the Tories, we said on this show, ahead of their budget in October to launch pro-enterprise policies too. And so it's come to pass. Business rates levied on the rateable property value of business premises are the tax small and medium-sized firms hate the most. Bricks and mortar retailers, for instance, now shell out well over £8 billion a year in business rates, payable before firms have taken a single penny in revenue, a tax bill that's due whether you make a profit or not. In towns and cities across Britain, soaring business rates, which aren't paid by online retailers, of course, have helped to accelerate the hollowing out of our high streets. And now the government stepped up its war on corporate Britain by snubbing a call from the Confederation of British Industry and 41 other trade bodies, who between them employ around 10 million people, to announce a business rates overhaul in the budget at the end of this month. Government plans to reform business rates have been thrown into the long grass, we're told. And while Rishi Sunak has committed to overhauling this highly controversial corporate tax, the signs are wholesale reform won't happen when the Chancellor stands up in the Commons in 2 weeks' time. Now, it's easy to criticise Labour's business rates announcement. Opposition's easier than governing, and scrapping business rates would leave a £30 billion hole in our public finances, which Shadow Chancellor Rachel Reeves didn't explain how she would fill. But the present system sees rates slapped on up to 50% of all business investments. And on top of that, there are more business tax rises to come, higher national insurance contributions, plus a hike in corporation tax. And by signalling this pro-enterprise, pro-business move that will go down particularly well in red wall seats where high streets are often struggling, I'd say that Labour may have outflanked the Tories. And that's your on-the-money question today. Should this government finally reform business rates?